Welcome to The Industrial Edge, the podcast where innovation meets precision. Today, we're diving deep into, well, a world that's often unseen but absolutely foundational: industrial computing hardware. And we're not talking about, the latest consumer gadgets. This is about the really robust, reliable tech that underpins things like life-saving medical devices, automated factories, stuff where precision and just unwavering reliability, they aren't just nice to haves, they're completely non-negotiable, especially when failure is, simply not an option. So our mission today is to unpack how these long-lasting, highly specialized tech solutions are reshaping some really vital industries. We'll be focusing in on those foundational components, what we often call the boards, that make these high-stakes systems actually work. We're drawing our insights from a pretty detailed company profile in corporate tech.
Yeah, and it's more relevant than ever, wouldn't you say? I mean, innovation's happening constantly, but it has to be delivered reliably. It's easy to overlook the cost of not doing this right. There are reports out there like MuleSoft's connectivity benchmark and one from NTT Data suggesting something like 80% of organizations find outdated tech is actually stifling them, holding back growth and efficiency. So the real challenge isn't if you adopt new tech, but how you do it with that bedrock reliability critical systems demand.
Right. So when we talk about this kind of invisible backbone, who are the players? Who's actually making this happen? Our sources point towards a company called Contec Americas. What's their story? What makes them different in this space?
Okay, yeah, Contec Americas. They're a technology solutions provider, and they specialize in exactly what you mentioned: rugged, long-life industrial computing hardware. They're not just, selling parts off a shelf. They focus on solutions for critical applications.
Yeah.
And that spans a huge range: healthcare, manufacturing, smart buildings, energy, defense, industrial automation. You name it. They're actually part of a bigger global group, Contec Co., Ltd., which started way back in 1975 in Osaka, Japan.
75. Wow.
And so next year, that's 50 years of experience they'll have. They've got over 600 employees globally, serving, I think, over 60 countries now. They're really pioneers in this whole area.
That focus on longevity is fascinating, especially now. I mean, we live in a world of constant upgrades, planned obsolescence almost. So when Contec talks about supporting products for, say, 10 or 15 years, what does that actually mean in terms of how they build things? What gives them that reliability edge?
That's exactly their core differentiator. You hit it right there. It's this incredibly long product lifecycle support, often 10, 15 years, sometimes even more, which for their customers means avoiding these really costly, disruptive system replacements every few years. Their stuff is built for industrial-grade reliability. That means designed for 247 operation. In tough environments, think heat, cold, vibration, dust.
Right, not a comfortable office setting.
Exactly. So you see features like fanless designs, solid-state components to get rid of moving parts that can fail. They even have specific things they call power failure protection systems in many of their PCs.
Okay, what does that do?
It basically guards against unexpected power dips or cuts, keeps things running smoothly.
Yeah.
They also use embedded Intel processors, specifically ones with vPro technology.
vPro for remote management and security, right?
Precisely. Health IT teams manage and secure these systems, often remotely. And they build in hardware security too, like TPM integration for data integrity.
You mentioned they design down to the BIOS level. That sounds pretty deep. For most of us, what does that really mean? Is it about customization, control?
It means they have fundamental control. The BIOS, the basic input-output system, is that really low-level software that starts up the hardware. By designing that themselves and offering custom BIOS tools, they get this unparalleled control over how the hardware and software interact. So they can fine-tune performance, guarantee compatibility, and most importantly, ensure that long-term stability for really specialized applications.
So it's not just avoiding being locked into someone else's BIOS.
No, it's much more. It lets them create truly bespoke solutions. And it ensures that these critical systems stay stable and supported for their entire lifespan, maybe 10, 15 years, even as other parts of the system or the software around them changes. That deep control is, it's key to their whole reliability promise.
That really brings home that idea you hear: everything begins with the board. How does Contec actually build out from that principle? What does their whole tech stack look like for these demanding environments?
It's absolutely central to how they operate. Their whole technology stack is integrated. They have a portfolio of, I think, over 800 standard products now.
Yeah.
Embedded computers, industrial PCs, edge servers, and critically, as you said, motherboards and DAQ cards. That's data acquisition.
Okay, DAQ. What's the role there?
DAQ cards are essential for pulling in real-world data from sensors, industrial equipment, connecting it all to the computer. And their history here is really strong. Get this, over 40 million digital sensors out there are already using Contec measurement and control boards.
40 million, wow.
Yeah, and they don't just do standard stuff. They offer over 400 custom-designed boards and modules too, so they can tailor things exactly. And specifically with DAQ, their solutions often give you much better, faster response times compared to traditional PLCs.
PLCs, programmable logic controllers, the usual workhorses in factories.
Exactly. And in situations needing real-time control and precision, that faster response time is vital. It all comes back to that reliable foundation, the board enabling everything else.
Okay, let's pivot a bit. You mentioned healthcare as a key sector. Our sources really emphasize this area. Why are medical devices and the computers inside them so uniquely demanding? The stakes just feel incredibly high there.
Oh, they absolutely are. Modern medical devices need what the industry calls high added value. Doctors, nurses, they need incredibly detailed, accurate information on how effective a treatment is, the results, especially with changing payment models. So the devices themselves need top-tier analysis features. They need to automatically share info with hospital systems. And all of that relies completely on reliable computers and networks. They just have to work. Plus, medical devices usually have a long life, often 5 years, maybe more, of constant use.
Right. Hospitals don't replace million-dollar MRI machines every 2 years.
Exactly. And here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Often, the PC inside the medical device is legally considered a medical device itself. It falls under the same strict rules and regulations.
Well, okay. That changes things.
It does. So Contec addresses that directly. They have this guideline, 5-year supply guarantee, plus 6 years of maintenance support for their industrial computers. That makes them a go-to for medical device makers. They also handle all the necessary global certifications, and crucially, they operate an ISO 13485 certified manufacturing facility.
ISO 13485, that's the quality standard specifically for medical devices, right?
That's the one. It ensures they have robust quality management focused on long life cycle, keeping detailed device histories, traceability, strict revision control, everything you need when lives are potentially on the line.
That really paints a picture. Can you give us a concrete example? Where has Contec's tech made a real tangible difference in healthcare? Maybe even, saved lives?
Absolutely. A really powerful example is their work with Intuitive Surgical, the makers of the Da Vinci surgical system.
The robotic surgery system, yeah, definitely heard of it.
Right. So that system allows for minimally invasive surgeries all over the world. Huge benefits for patients. Intuitive needed highly customized, extremely reliable displays for their next-gen robot. That visual feedback for the surgeon is critical.
I can imagine. You need to see exactly what the robot arms are doing.
Precisely. So Contec developed these very rugged, precision-engineered displays for them. They even included things like ambient light sensors to adjust brightness automatically. It was a critical component in a system that directly improves patient outcomes, enabling complex surgeries with less trauma. It's a very direct link between reliable computing hardware and, saving and improving lives.
That's incredible. So beyond something as high profile as Da Vinci, where else might we find Contec's technology working behind the scenes in hospitals or labs?
Oh, it's quite a few places. For instance, medical laboratory equipment. Think manipulator controls for handling really delicate biological materials like iPS cells or ES.
Like those cells. Needs precision.
Extreme precision, yeah. Also, bedside information terminals for patients. You might see their small embedded motherboards inside things like spirometers for measuring lung function. They also provide systems for video recording and distribution during surgeries, which is important for training and documentation. And even the hospital's infrastructure, like robust wireless LAN solutions. These are vital for connecting electronic medical records, vital sign monitors, ensuring that flow of information is constant and reliable for patient safety.
It's clear how crucial that reliability is in healthcare, but this complete solution approach you've described, how does that extend beyond medicine? Does it apply in other demanding fields too?
Oh, absolutely. The need for that kind of rock-solid reliability and custom solutions, it pops up everywhere in critical infrastructure. Take manufacturing factory automation. There's a case study where using a unified Contec industrial computer platform, one with that extended life cycle, led to a 40% drop in maintenance costs. And get this, 99.8% uptime.
99.8% uptime in a factory? That's huge. Downtime is incredibly expensive.
Exactly. It's about keeping production lines running continuously,
Yeah.
minimizing those costly interruptions. Or think about smart buildings. like cone elevators.
Elevators, okay. We rely on those every day.
Right. And think about those touchscreens inside. They be used constantly, need to be reliable, accessible. Contec delivered custom PC key touch displays for cone.
PCIe, like on a smartphone?
Yeah. Projected capacitive.
Yeah.
Very responsive. And they came with remote management capabilities and a really long supply commitment, 7 to 10 years. That ensures things like ADA compliance, easy content updates across potentially thousands of elevators globally, long-term reliability in public spaces. One more quick one. Automated logistics. They worked with Bastion Solutions on touchscreen computers for their next-gen AGVs.
Automated guided vehicles. Warehouse robots.
Basically, yeah. The computers needed to be reliable, Linux compatible, enabling these super efficient, sometimes lights out warehouses where robots do the heavy lifting. Again, uptime is everything. So all these examples really show their whole beyond products, complete solutions, idea in action, custom engineering, that long lifecycle management, global reach with local support, handling everything from concept right through to deployment.
Okay, so we've seen this deep commitment to reliability, custom solutions, long life cycles. Looking forward now, how does this foundation position Contec and these industries they serve for what's next, particularly, with AI becoming such a huge factor everywhere?
That's the really interesting question, isn't it? And their technology roadmap shows they're thinking hard about this. They're actively prepping for more AI-enabled industrial applications, really prioritizing what's called Edge AI.
Edge AI, so AI processing happening right there on the device, not in the cloud.
Exactly. Closer to where the data is actually generated. They have products now, like their DXM 2300, that use things like the NVIDIA Jetson AGX Oneo platform.
Ugh.
The NVIDIA Jetson. Powerful stuff for edge computing.
Very powerful. And it's designed specifically for high-performance AI inference right there at the edge. The benefits are pretty clear for industry. You get lower latency because decisions happen faster locally. You need less bandwidth sending data back and forth. It enhances security and privacy, keeping sensitive data on site. And it allows for scalable AI in real-time industrial settings.
So they're integrating AI capabilities directly into that reliable hardware platform.
Precisely. It's marrying the potential of AI with that fundamental principle of unwavering reliability they're known for. And you can see their commitment in their R&D investment, too.
Right.
I think the figure was over 30% of their workforce is dedicated to R&D. That's a strong signal about focusing on future innovation. So we've really taken quite the deep dive today into these often unsung heroes of industrial computing. Companies like Contec, providing these incredibly rugged, long lifecycle solutions. They really are the building blocks for so much critical technology around the world, from the precision of robotic surgery to the efficiency of automated factories, even the smart elevators we use every day. That reliability that's engineered in right from the board level up, it directly impacts safety, efficiency, sometimes literally life and death.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How many layers of this kind of technology are working almost invisibly just to keep our daily lives running smoothly? And what potential does prioritizing this kind of deep reliability unlock for even more sophisticated, more impactful innovations down the road, especially as AI continues to evolve?
A really interesting thought to leave things on. Consider the silent, powerful role of these hidden computing solutions that are truly making technology work for a better life. If this episode sparks some new insights for you into the future of industrial control, definitely share it with your network. We'll be back soon with more innovations, expert perspectives, and game-changing technologies connecting the next industrial revolution. Until then, stay connected with Contec Connect.